today I'm going to talk about schema and how it affects our reading comprehension. The schema theory claims that all the knowledge we have of the world is structured and organized in our minds, and it can influence our cognition and our behavior. Schema is a mental representation of concepts that we have stored in our memory. Schemata is the plural of schema, and all of these mental representations are created through experience with people, places, events, and situations of the world. One of the main characteristics and functions of schema is that it allows us to build new information based on previous knowledge, and it also helps us assimilate new information in a quickly and automatic way. How can schema influence our thinking and or our behavior? It affects our ability to comprehend new information. So when we are exposed to new information, we relate it to our previous knowledge. It also makes us view certain situations and people in certain ways, and it affects the way we act, react, and interact with them. An example on how schema influences us is, for example, when you have a stereotype about a specific group of people. When you receive new information about them, you're going to focus on that information that can relate to your previous knowledge or your schema. And that will affect the way you act or you behave towards them. Now let's talk about reading comprehension as a cognitive-based process. This means that we use internal attention when we read. That means that we access information about letter sounds, syntactic knowledge, and word meanings. That this will help us understand what we're reading. Then we have reading comprehension as a socio-cognitive process. This means that the reader, the text, and the teacher and the classroom community, they are all involved in the construction of meaning of a text. We also have reading comprehension as a transactional process, and this means that it is a dynamic process and it requires the reader and the text to interact. Then we have reading comprehension as a transactional, social, psychological, linguistic. I think that's how you say it. And this means that the texts are constructed by authors to be comprehended by readers. The text by itself, it doesn't have any meaning. The person who gives meaning to the text is the reader. Then we have reading comprehension as influenced by attitude, and this means that the reader's whole attitude towards reading is going to influence in the way he understands, interacts with the text, and his comprehension about what he's reading. Now, I'm going to talk about two pre-reading activities that can help our students build connections with the new information that they're going to read and their previous knowledge. The first activity is writing your way into reading, and this means writing about your experience related to the topic. So you can ask students to write in a piece of paper words that come to their mind, or if they have any idea of what the topic is about. Let's say we're talking about animals of the sea. So you give them a piece of paper and they are going to write anything they know about animals of the sea. And that will activate their previous knowledge, and it's going to be easier to get new information. The next activity, pre-reading activity, is asking questions based on the title. So you give a text to your students and they read the title, and you don't give them more information. and then they have to ask questions about the title. For example, what is it going to be about? Is it going to give me examples? Is it gonna be related to this or that? And just make them think about the title, and that will also help them open their mind to receiving new information and get a better understanding about the text that they are about to read. So thank you very much.